Everyone. We're just waiting a few more minutes just to have any latecomers, and then we'll be getting started. But we'll probably getting started in the next like 2 or 3 minutes.
Heads up, Spot 8 got 50 hotel vouchers for the heat.
Okay, Kirsten, I think we can go ahead and get started.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Last person, and then we'll get started.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Denise. I am with Libertana. I'm the marketing manager here. Kirsten Ochoa, marketing manager or marketing coordinator here also at Libertana. Many of you know of our organization for various reasons. One maybe being the assisted living discharge services through the waiver at CalAIM, and also HCBA for clients who are looking to supplement their IHSS or get tapped into more comprehensive case management. So that is what we're going to be going over specifically today. How CalAIM and Home Care Solutions can help you as people or as those who work with individuals who are in the community looking to discharge home with much needed services. And with that, we'll go ahead and just address some of the gaps for specifically Medi-Cal members for who need assistance at home, families who are experiencing caregiver burnout and need long-term supports. So a little bit about us. Thank you, Kirsten. Just a little bit of background about our organization. We're a family-owned health and social services organization serving California's most vulnerable populations. So each year, our team of nurses, social workers, and case managers, we support thousands of individuals across the state. We aim to provide services designed to help people remain safely within their own home or communities as much as possible. Much of our services, the cornerstone of it is really care management, housing supports, respite, and home care. With the CalAIM initiative, we're particularly focused on helping bridge their medical, social, and housing needs by using whole person care. Next slide, please. So for the group, because we are going to be specifically going over home care and respite services, just kind of want to start out with a question you don't need to answer, but just something for you to kind of think about. How many of you are currently working with clients or family members where they often express I'm overwhelmed, I don't have enough IHSS hours, maybe my loved one can't be home alone, the primary caregiver is maybe exhausted and needs a break, or we're waiting for services to start. If that at all sounds familiar, this presentation is for you. So many professionals, social workers, discharge planners, you immediately think about institutional care. By institutional care, I mean skilled nursing facility care, hospital care. These are all, stressors to you and your team, and finding a viable solution that gets them into their home as safely as possible is ultimately what we all are looking for. The other base, sorry. Thank you, Kirsten. Basically, the services, our home care and respite services, they are tailored to children, adults, and seniors. Healthcare, because because of the stress that is on hospitals and skilled nursing facility, CalAIM represents a shift in preventing the crisis from happening in the first place. So if someone ends up hospitalized or in a nursing home, the goal of our respite services and caregiver services is to make sure that the member can discharge home safely um, into a safe living environment where maybe the primary caregiver can get some relief, the client can get some daily assistance, and there is, community or connection between the home care services and the client
Megan
themselves.
Havarka HC personal phone number.
Oh, sorry, Yvonne, I think we might have read what, or kind of got some feedback from your end. Um, but ultimately, allowing someone to stay home is what is best for the individual. So think of your clients who need IHSS, need to supplement their IHSS, this is where CalAIM can come into the picture, especially if you have a member who's on the HCBA wait list, and that wait list is upwards of maybe a year or 2 years long. CalAIM home care support, specifically in Los Angeles, can kind of help your member in the meantime. Next slide, please. So CalAIM offerings. In general, we do provide enhanced care management, assisted living facility transitions, respite and home care. So consider us as your solution to clients who are looking to discharge into a new home with additional services. And important to mention that this is all free. If the client does have Medi-Cal, and particularly a Medi-Cal managed care plan that we're contracted with, which Kirsten will go ahead and get into, they can tap into free home care or respite care while they wait for services to kick in if they have applied for the HCBA waiver program. Next slide, please. And I'll hand it off to Kirsten.
Thank you, Denise. So we're going to talk a little bit about respite and personal care. So when people hear home care, they often think only for seniors, but in reality, these services can actually help a wide variety of CalAIM members. The CalAIM Respite and Personal Care Service provides caregiving support for temporary relief for the primary caregiver at no cost to the eligible CalAIM member. And what these services do is they supplement the existing IHSS hours and help families who have unmet care needs throughout the day. And some of these could be examples of assistance with meal preparation, laundry, light housekeeping, just supervision and safety and monitoring, support with daily routines, companionship and engagement, and then relief for that temporary caregiver who does need a break. This is especially valuable for a caregiver trying to balance work, family obligations, and just anything else that comes along with caring for a loved one. So I know you're probably all thinking like, wow, that all sounds great, but like who's really eligible? So breaking down our eligibility, as we mentioned under CalAIM, so for all of our services at Libertana, the member does have to be a Medi-Cal member, but specifically for our CalAIM service, it goes, the member has to have Medi-Cal managed care plan, and these are the current managed care plans we are working with, which is LA Care, Anthem, Molina, and Blue Shield. The member should be either enrolled or enrolling in IHSS, and then as I mentioned with these managed care plans, and then obviously in the LA County area is who we can assist. And if you're thinking, how can I get started? So there's two ways to access us. You can use this QR code, or you can email us directly. It takes you to the same exact place. This QR code will take you to our contact page on our website. Or if you don't want to go all the way to our website, you can just email us at info@Libertana and we would be able to assist you that way. Or you can even call us too if you would like to speak with marketing directly. So jumping into a case study. So our case study of what an individual who utilizes our respite care service is a 34-year-old male client receiving ongoing support for his caregiving with light housework, laundry, and meal preparation. He often experiences clutter in his home, especially with papers, as he frequently searches for misplaced items. At times, it makes it challenging to keep their home clean and organized. The caregiver continues to maintain a safe and tidy environment while providing gentle reminders of ongoing support. This caregiver also assists the client with laundry by encouraging him to participate by washing his clothes regularly, regularly and helping him fold and organize. This is to help him stay more engaged in maintaining his personal care and household tasks. And the client has also recently started attending school, so the caregiver has adjusted her schedule to continue providing that support. And the client's very thankful for the caregiver's help and appreciates the care and stability she provides through his daily life. So the outcome of this case study is that Libertana has provided consistent in-home support by helping this client maintain daily routines, including personal care and household tasks, such as laundry and encouraging independence. This caregiver has adapted to the client's ever-evolving needs, including his new school schedule, ensuring the continuity of care and supports improved stability, engagement, and overall quality of life for this client. So going back into eligibility, this is the timeline and journey you can expect when referring a client to CalAIM Respite is that when you first submit the referral through our email or that QR code that we provided, we will intake your information, review it, and just make sure that this service is the correct fit because we, after reviewing, we could also possibly recommend another service or have you move forward with a service that you deemed was a good fit. Then it moves into the assessment phase where our respite team will reach out, get a better idea of the client's needs and what are the next steps in that client's journey. And then our respite team would then submit an authorization to the managed care plan, pretty much just getting the authorization of saying, yes, we can start providing these hours under our respite and personal care services to the family in their home. And once we get that authorization, our services can now begin for the duration that the managed care plan has authorized. And through that time, while respite and personal care services are being served, I did forget to mention, is that you will get ongoing case management. So if the authorization ends up being like a few months at a time, our managers of that client's case will reach out and have that ongoing communication with you if you need to be reauthorized for more hours or a longer duration or whatever it may be, or just any other concerns regarding the client that need to be brought up in that time. They'll have ongoing case management as well. So did anyone have any questions? I see
Hi,
you have a
Sarah.
hand up.
Yes, we got a question from Sarah.
Oh, hi there. So I was wondering, like, how long you said that it's like maybe just a few months. How long do they frequently offer the services for?
From what I understand, it does depend on the healthcare plan. I think for respite services, it is temporary, and we've seen maybe about a month at a time for authorization. If they're looking for personal care services where there is no primary caregiver and they just need ongoing caregiving by someone, I think I've seen it maybe 2, 3 months at a time. It does vary by health plan,
Okay.
but more often than not, 2 to 3 months at a time.
And how many hours, like a day, a week, or a month, are they typically approving?
I'm not entirely sure. I can take it back to our team and have them confirm with you directly on average how many hours people typically get authorized for respite versus personal care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
a good rule of thumb though, for that service is that whatever the hours that client currently has, they usually will try to max out the IHSS hours. So it's any hours on top of what they're already receiving through IHSS, they'll try to max it out completely. And then with the respite and personal care services, they won't do them at the same time. They'll actually like line them up so the duration would be a little longer. So it'd be respite first, then personal care. So it will like expand the timeline of like instead of like 3 months to like a little bit longer than that. But it just depends on the client and their case. The way I mentioned, just having that ongoing communication, and it's a case by case basis with our case managers.
Okay. And then just another question about the case management. You said that there is ongoing case management. What kind of support and like services do they provide to help the clients?
Yeah, during the case management, it would be if the uh, like the overall health of the client has declined, so you can reach out to that case manager and let them know like that you need to either be reauthorized or have additional caregiving services to tap into. along with making sure that they're going to ensure that you have the correct compliance to make sure that your authorizations don't fall through the cracks, so you're not doing caregiving without being authorized. And then along with just being like that support if they need any additional services outside of what Respite can do.
Okay. And then I had one more question. I have a lot of questions. So you said that this is for like LA County, but I've used Libertana for like all other areas like in the Valley and Central Valley for the HCBA waiver. Is it just in Los Angeles that you provide these services, or is it throughout the state wherever
Yeah,
you're?
Both are
for
true,
HCBA,
actually. Did you want to take this one, Denise?
yeah, I'll take it. For HCBA, yes, we do operate in all the HCBA counties that we are a provider for. Consider CalAIM and what we presented today as like your fast track to HCBA services. So oftentimes, like Sarah, you probably refer clients in Central Valley where our team has told you like, hey, it's about a 1 to 2 year wait to get tapped into HCBA because they're probably looking for WPCS hours, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if a member is being referred to our HCBA services because they want those WPCS hours, this is a service that they can tap into while they wait for HCBA to kick in. And that, at the time being, it's only available in Los Angeles.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, no
So
problem.
still make your referrals to Libertana for those other areas. This is your fast track service if they're in LA.
And then to answer your question, MJ, yes, this is covered by Medi-Cal. I don't believe we provide overnight services. It's just for the amount of hours that are authorized under the managed care plan. So um, it would just depend on that client's services that overnight can be provided. I think that was the only question in the chat. Was there
And
any other additional questions? I know this was a lot of information and we did record the session, so we will be posting this on our YouTube channel, along with sending this out via email. So if you guys ever need to come back to it and rewatch to kind of have a better grasp of any information we did cover today, or just you may have questions after the fact, definitely utilize that info@Libertana email. That's an email box that both Denise and I manage. So you actually will be getting one of the two of us answering those questions.
before we wrap up, I just wanted to thank you guys for being here, for taking the time out of your busy schedule. The biggest takeaway that me and Kirsten would just like you to walk away with is that there's many individuals who don't necessarily need more medical intervention. You probably know who that is. They just need more support. So sometimes a few hours of extra caregiving assistance on top of their IHSS can prevent caregiver burnout, reduce avoidable hospitalizations or nursing home stays, they can improve their quality of life and help someone remain safely at home. So again, if you're working with members who are waiting for HCBA services and are within Los Angeles and are struggling with limited IHSS hours, respite and this service can assist them in the meantime. Because not everybody, knows that you can supplement IHSS hours. This would be your solution to that. Oh, I think we got MJ typing out a question, so maybe we could
Yeah.
see. She entered in late. How do I request hours in addition to IHSS? Kirsten, you want to let her know how she can request her services?
Um, Is it just like, are you asking for additional IHSS hours? That because if you are wanting additional after the applicant is enrolled, that'll be something that you could either apply for HCBA if they're outside of the LA County, or apply for our Respite CalAIM service because that's actually directly a service that Respite would provide. Like as I mentioned, is looking at the client's case and seeing if they can maximize the IHSS hours. So like, let's say the client's approved for 250 and they want to maximize that, we can try to bridge that gap with maximizing those IHSS hours as well as getting authorizations for respite and waiver personal care services through our CalAIM respite program.
We'll send out the slide deck, MJ. There is also the referral link that you can utilize, and we can make sure that we supplement them.
Yeah, no problem. Well, as Denise said, thank you all for coming. And we look forward to answering any questions you have regarding this information. And I'm more than happy to assist with any client specific questions that you may have or overall general information. If you would like us to do an in service like this for your organization, we're more than happy to do it via Teams like this or in person if we are able to.
That's great. Thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you, everybody. Have a good day.
Everyone have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.